Hey guys, Chris Falcone here again with the next Arduino lesson. This one involves these digital inputs through these small push switches. Now these are commonly known as buttons, and these specific buttons have two connections. Each of these prongs in this order, these are connected together, and when the switch is thrown, or in this case the button is pushed, it will complete the connection and result in a change in the circuit. So I'm going to start putting this together and kind of demonstrate how it works. These are made to go over the middle of the breadboard, like so. And I know my hands are in the way, so I will show this to the camera in just a second. So as you can see, I have put in these two push switches, and they go right across the center here. And you can kind of see that from that angle as well. Trying to make sure the camera can see these. So moving on, this is a little complicated in terms of wiring because it can be difficult to distinguish where one of the circuit loops begins and another ends. So I'm going to kind of go about this backward, and I'm going to start putting it together like this. I'm going to throw in this resistor here, and this is a 220 ohm resistor, like in the previous exercise. I'm going to take this wire here, which is just a longer red wire for ease of use, and I'm going to realize I put this resistor in the wrong spot. So I'm going to take it back out and make sure it's in the correct one. And like I mentioned before, these resistors are a little bit difficult to use sometimes, and I don't know if I would say they require some finesse, but they're finicky. So I'll put in this wire again in the wrong spot. Hold on. Swap out this. Pardon that. I can make mistakes, and so can anybody. You know what? Let me just grab a different resistor. So I've got a couple off to the side here. Maybe this one will work a bit better. Okay, I think that one's in there. So this wire in particular connects to port 5. So we'll throw that around and put it right there, and that'll be there for now. From there, we will take a blue wire. This is not blue, this is yellow. A yellow wire and a blue wire, and we'll put them in here. And these will be part of the connection for both of the push switches. And I'll show this to the camera in just a second. These will go into port 5 for the yellow wire, and port 6. I'm sorry, I think I'm putting these in the wrong ports. Like I said, this is one of the more complicated. No, I'm right. These go in. Sorry, I just had to double check where I'm putting these so that I can show it correctly. The yellow wire goes into port 8, and the blue one goes into port 9. I put these in the wrong spots. There. So as you can see, this is the circuit so far. I've established some connections to the push switches, as well as put in the resistor that will tie into the LED to prevent it from burning out. From here, I'm actually going to insert the LED into the breadboard, making sure that I put in the correct side, like so. This is the negative side, and this is the positive. So I'm going to take this longer black wire to represent a ground, and I'm going to put it in next to the negative lead, and I'll go across to this rail that runs through here and insert it there. And then I will take another black wire, put it in right next to it, and that will go in the ground. I'll show that off as well. And from here, there's only 2 more wires left to put in, and these are both connecting the push switches to ground. So I will put the first one here. These wires can be a bit finicky as well. And if I've done this correctly, I should be able to turn on the LED. And as you can see, there are specific push switches that turn on and off the LED. This one will turn it off if it's on, and this one will turn it on if it's off, as that is how it's programmed in the Arduino coding environment. So I will show that to the camera again. And this one's a bit complicated, but if you are patient, you can get it done correctly. And that'll be it for this one.